Oh, I'll make a YouTube video?
No.
Okay.
Everybody else gets to meet up with this guy in real life. Everybody else gets to do videos with him all the time. I get the one, like, what's it called again? Every year you do the nice thing for those kids, the charity stream.
Another quarter has passed. Another 3 months of our lives are down the drain. Maybe you spent that applying for jobs, getting raises, starting a family. We play, what do we do this quarter? We played Splitgate. You probably played Overwatch.
Oh, are we talking about videos we recorded or just what we did?
What I'm trying to say, you have probably accomplished more than we have in the last 3 months.
Yeah.
What we have done over the last 3 months is listen to some music, some old classics that maybe we haven't found before, and maybe some new releases that are just hitting our ears for the first time these weeks. So this is the third video in the quarterly review series, and we're kind of switching it up. We've got Juice as a co-host today. We're gonna try to go for more of like a discussion than just me talking to the camera for 20 minutes like I normally do.
He knows more of my shit than I do any of his on the special takes. So it might be a little unfair, just a little bit. Because I give you everything, and you don't give me enough, and he has a girlfriend, and he's cheating on me. We're not gonna talk about these big issues in this one video here. We're here to talk about some really cool music.
Yeah. Welcome to the quarterly review.
I came in a bit before the opening set. I took the bet. I know the rest is good, I guess. The cavern is a crowd around it.
We're gonna start with some albums that have gotten us through the last 3 months. And I guess I will start off with Never Always, which is the new album from the band Camino. A band that I'm quite fond of. A band that I have pushed onto you and Izzy and Momo and Cameron and my mother and my father and anyone that will listen to me. My expectations weren't necessarily super low going into this album, but their last album, The Dark from 2023, was sort of a miss for me. It was very just kind of inconsistent and it didn't really hold up to their earlier releases. And the singles for this album were really promising, but I tried not to read into it too much. I tried to not get my hopes up, and I was blown away by the full album. All those kind of like alt-pop rocky vibes that we're used to.
Your favorite.
It almost feels like a little more acoustic heavy than they normally do, kind of playing into that sort of, I don't know if like folksy is the right word for it, but kind of like if like Noah Kahan or like Shawn Mendes' new album had more of like a kind of alternative, funky twist on it.
I'm a little sad that I couldn't help you cook a good metaphor, but I am happy to be on the receiving end, in which later I can be like, yeah, that was pretty accurate for a lot of our viewers who might do the same.
Yeah, so that Never Always, very good. My favorite 3 songs were Baggy Jeans, Can't Go Back, and Pieces.
This will be a bit tough for me. I'll be able to do it, but sometimes, like, you know how an album is good enough that you, like, all the songs sort of meld together and you can't differentiate between them when you're newer to the album? I might do my favorite 1 song, maybe 2, or 1 to 3, we'll say. If I can remember them, that's always a good sign. Because with shitty memory, if you can remember anything, it must have been goddamn important, right?
I keep having this nagging feeling that I've forgotten something.
Hey, if you forgot it, it probably wasn't all that important.
Yeah, I guess.
Basically, I can vibe with anyone when it comes to music and give like a few albums from that genre that like anyone mentions. I'm not gonna go on that list here because I'm not here to flex my resume. It could be on another channel. But long story short, I like everything. I think for me and my first album that I have to go to is one that I was surprised that Dalton had already started listening to on his own. It's Rollerworks? Roller Skates and Fireblades. Rollerblades and Fire Skates.
I think it's Roller Skates and Fireworks.
Wait,
Rollerblades and Fire Skates. I was in the right territory. I only fucked it up a little bit.
I think it's better that we didn't say what the answer was. Let's just put this up on the screen. We'll find out.
We'll just like toss a vine boom on it.
From this album, Intro into Be Someone, which is the first song, the way that it switches over, like even with the delay that a lot of songs have in doing that transition from song to song, it doesn't matter. It's so good. It's so clean. So you start out amazingly, and then I really, really like Cry. No, is it Cry? Yeah, I think it's Cry, and Beautiful Things is from this album. I've listened to it too much to enjoy it as much now, but it is a very good song, very well sung, very famous.
I agree.
So Be Someone, Cry, and There She Goes are the top picks on this one. And it's just such a wonderful, like, pop rock song. He's, like, in the very beginning stages of finding himself, and it's great. It's just wonderful, and I love him.
Yeah, I think that's really important for like having good pacing on a record is like the arrangement of your tracks and how they transition into one
that's
another.
so important.
Yeah, I will agree. Having listened to that album a very long time ago, that was a good thing. So this next one on my list is sort of a weird entry because I was going into this album with sort of bottom of the barrel expectations, but ended up kind of enjoying it. It is the most recent album from the Jonas Brothers, Greetings from Your Hometown. My brother and I very reluctantly got Jonas Brothers tickets because we wanted to see Boys Like Girls open for them, and we went in with very low expectations as a result. I was really not fond of the Jonas Brothers' last album, The Album, which was my least favorite album of the entire year of 2023. Going into this one, I was like, okay, well, I don't really want to listen to this, but I'll give it a shot because we're going to the tour. I might as well try to learn some of the songs, but it actually ended up being kind of neat. I think it has a stronger sense of like direction than their last album, and I think even more so than their first album that came back. Like I think the themes of family and togetherness are really, really important on this album. The features are pretty good, like was it Switchfoot's on there, Marshmallow's on there. Stylistically, it also feels like a lot more of like an instrumental album. Like past Jonas Brothers albums feel very just like overproduced to an extent.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel
And this album feels
refreshing.
Right, it feels like a lot more genuine,
Yeah.
like on the musical instrumentative side of things.
Do you think that the Jonas Brothers had anything happen to them that like made this change? Because this is a very clear step in another direction of like more naked, I would say.
God, I don't really know. Like being fully transparent, I haven't been keeping up with them as much in the
Okay.
last few months.
I don't
or
at
years.
all, so I'm not judging you.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if you knew maybe.
So I don't know. I don't know what happened between the last one
Whatever
and this
switch
one.
up it was, good job.
Good job,
Good job.
Kevin, Joe, Nick, Franklin as well. Keep that up. Top songs off of Greetings from Your Hometown. Bully, Greetings from Your Hometown, and Love Me to Heaven. That last one especially.
Good name.
I actually have been loving that one so much.
I'm so glad to hear that because more fun than you're expecting is the best kind of fun. Like you couldn't even expect me to have a great amount of fun, but then you have more than that is great. But even if you have no fun and then you have more than that, or like you expected to have no fun and then you have more, that's still great. This podcast is Absolute Heartbreak by Kai Dreams, and it was in 2023. So this is more towards my statement earlier of being a little bit of everything. It's not deviating that much from the rock and the band, but this guy is very much like if a soft voice was actually the personification of autumn and he decided to serenade you. And that's his whole vibe. It's really nice, and he's got my favorite off this album is Bugs, and the very last song, which is Good Advice, the acoustic version. I've been listening to Kai Dreams since I was in high school. I love this guy. He's showing up way more in stores and other places as like the default pop that they play. I'm like, oh my God, he's there with Taylor Swift. Oh my God, oh my God. Every grocery store ever plays Taylor Swift like it's religious.
I think something I love of what you said there is like watching them get bigger is like such a cool thing.
Yes. We're into them so much earlier than most people are.
Because I know how long you've been following Kai Dreams. We've talked about this a lot. We've listened to him a lot on Discord. And it's the exact same way that I feel about Arrows in Action.
Yeah.
I remember so distinctly when they put out Cheekbones. And it was like their biggest debut on streaming. Like hit 1 million in like a week or 2 weeks or something. It was the first time that had ever happened. That is just so cool to see. Like your favorite artist like blowing up that way. It's just like so moving.
It's all like that. Otherwise, I'll play every single song for you. So we're not gonna do that. But like,
I got to comment on that too.
Yeah.
Because coming from pop punk, there are a lot of bands that try to take existing songs and turn them acoustic like that, and don't always work. Let me tell you, there are certain songs that should just stay normal. That's a song that converts so beautifully. And I definitely see where you're coming from. I would probably take the acoustic version over the normal one too.
It's because I out of order. So I heard the original and I was like, why did my song sound so much worse? And then I listened to it. I'm like, oh.
Going into my third and final album that I like to talk about, and then we'll talk about some standalone songs.
Sick.
This is a bit of a weird entry because it's not necessarily a brand new album. It's a live album from Boys Like Girls, who is a band that I've been listening to since I was probably 6 or 7 on the radio. So it's a bit of a weird entry, but Oh my God, it's so good. Okay, so like I said, I just saw Boys Like Girls live opening for the Jonas Brothers a few weeks back, but I was actually supposed to see them with my girlfriend almost 2 years ago now. I got food poisoning or stomach flu or something, I don't know. But we had to leave the concert early. We didn't get to stay for Boys Like Girls. And then it turns out, almost 2 years later, they made a live album of that concert.
Of the set list.
Yeah, of that concert that we were supposed
They
to
made
be
an
at.
album of a set list.
They
Damn.
made the album from it, like a
Okay.
professional recording of the concert.
Okay.
Which is
Hot.
very cool to me.
Yeah, sick.
Normally it would be a weird entry, I wouldn't include it, but in the concert they pitched it.
Did we? Wait, no, that did not just happen to both of us. That did not just happen to both of us.
What I love about this album is you get the sort of medleys from the live show. You get the different you get the different performances of those songs. You get like mashups, and you get to hear those really creative transitions from song to song. So that's what I really love about it, and it's also just like a seamless listening experience. You hit play in that bad boy, play it start to finish, and it just basically sounds like there's a concert in your car.
Nice. That's so awesome, though. That's sick.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Based off of what they were gonna do live to like both make up for it and make like a new thing is super cool as a concept.
It is awesome,
Yeah.
So my top songs from that album are The Great Escape into Love Drunk, that kind of reprise it at the end. And then they do a transition with Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA into Heart, Heart, Heartbreak. And then, of course, The Outside, featuring the Somerset and State Champs live. I am terribly sad that I missed that.
All right, chat. So we're gonna go with a little bit of this little band you may not have heard of. You know, they're just a little guy. I don't know. Really underground.
They're a little indie band.
Indie band you've never probably heard of. I found them first, and they're called Sleep Token. Do you know how you said favorites? So for me, sometimes I'll just like an album for its like 2 songs,
Sure.
and that's it, right?
Yep.
And I'll be like, the other ones are good, but like the way that this one is the best is only because it has a couple songs on there that I could actually sing and like I really enjoy, or at least I've tried to, because Caramel and Damocles are like at the top of my head, like songs I would classify as songs that would define my like with Sleep Token.
Yes.
And then the last 2 minutes of the summoning, of course, sound like divinity. So I like that one, but that's not on this album. But either way, even in Arcadia, I really like, from how I've downloaded it, Past Self, Caramel, and then Damocles. This is a new phone, it doesn't have that downloaded. Let me rectify that.
Even in Arcadia is probably in my top 10 albums from the year. That was sort of my first exposure to Sleep Token was with Emergence. on
Yeah,
that
okay,
album.
okay.
So
yeah.
I heard so much chatter about it online. It's like, okay, well now I gotta check this out. And I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, okay. I get it now. I
They're
get
an
it now.
anonymous band. They're
It
anonymous.
felt like they exploded overnight too,
Yeah.
which is the thing. Yeah, love Damocles, love Past Self. So glad you brought up that one. That's been on my rotation for a bit too. Yeah, that album, it's just such a unique sound too. I'm sure there are artists that made sounds like this, but their showmanship too. If you've ever watched,
I
them
haven't
live,
actually.
Yeah,
No.
go find a live performance at some point. 'Cause
Okay.
his voice, Vessel's voice, sounds just as like silky smooth
Yo!
in those live videos as
Oh,
it does
dude.
on your streaming.
You know what's
services.
really funny is because I know people like these exist and they have those voices. They have their like. Okay, if we're actually just talking voices, like I don't think Corpse Husband is like an attractive voice. I think it's just a deep voice, and like speaking nicely is different from sounding nice. And you can have
Yes.
both qualities and be amazing, and you can have neither, but or anything in between as well. But I really like what did you say his name was for?
Vessel, yeah.
Vessel's voice. Like it's so distinct. It's one of the easiest ways for me as a person who can't differentiate patterns very well sometimes to be like, this is this band, this is this person, this is this brand, right? Like those distinct audio signatures. And Vessel has just one of those voices that is like defining for a genre and for a band and a group. It's just so good.
All right, want to talk about some songs now?
Oh, always.
All right, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
first.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with the song that I've probably been listening to most over the last, I don't even know how long. But that is All Know, one of the new singles from All Time Low.
I like the vibe.
Yeah, it's so unique, so different from anything they've done. Those songs where they get a little more like pop driven are not always their most fan favorites. I personally love it though. What I love, I think the production on this track is so cool. It's got that kind of like weird electronic-y sound in the back, driving it. The drums are great. Ryan Dawson, you are that guy, pal. But what I really love is kind of like the writing and the lyrical themes of it. Oh, I'm in a really good spot right now, and I want to write about that. But what if that doesn't resonate? And what if all of this that I've built up goes away overnight because people want me to sing about how sad I am? I think that is such a cool concept. This is definitely my favorite.
Yeah, because it's fake. It's not definitely real at all, coming from any real fears. It's just like if, you know.
Right, yeah. It's just that like little thought in the back of your head, like I'm doing great, but what if it goes to shit because I'm doing great? But this is one of the singles off of their upcoming album. I am so excited for it. This is my favorite song so far from that album. And yeah, oh no.
I really like stuff like that that really relates a lot of people who live a different lifestyle than us, because like, I feel like our society is very big on worship, and our idols of worship in this generation are not gods, they're not deities, they're not spirits, they're idols and people who are famous because they live such a different lifestyle to us.
Yes.
That it's sometimes hard to see them as real people, which is not necessarily even anyone's fault. It's just because like, I don't know what it's like to say live without, you know, checking my bank account every 5 days just to make sure that like I'll make finances. Whereas someone like that, like, you know, as successful as you are, may have been from that kind of background, may not have been. Some people are given a lot at the start, but like a reminder that they're human. So,
yeah, I like that word. I think it's a very humanizing song.
Yeah. It's great, because I could definitely have that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit. I feel like it would be a discredit to my own character if I were not to bring up the very song that I just mentioned earlier as being one of my favorites, which is From the Start.
Yes.
By the cover of Good Kid.
Hey, this is Editor Dalton here, and kind of cool thing about this part of the video is that Good Kid actually allows you to use their music in YouTube videos and streams as long as you're crediting them. So I can actually show you a bit of what the song sounds like. So enjoy.
Don't you notice how
I get quiet when there's no one.
Good Kid's just got such a unique, distinct style to it. And covering songs and switching styles like that is so hit or miss. Like I think it's such a popular thing to take like, oh, this is a pop song, but I turned it into a rock song. And it doesn't work. That's a damn good cover. Oh my God, they're one of the best to do it.
Yeah, I really like when people will shift the paradigm and just say, hey, allow me to inject my own inspiration upon your project, which could come in the form of a cover, it come in the remix, or a feature, or whatever. And like, I appreciate any efforts to add upon a great piece of work. Sometimes you add your stuff and then everything falls apart and you should be regretting your decisions. But not in this case. From the Start by Good Kid. They are amazing. Good job.
We are gonna switch up the genre pretty hardcore here.
Oh, tell me.
We're gonna go into the world of metalcore.
Ooh, okay.
You remember the meme from The Boys of Girls Get It Done?
No, what?
Girls get it done.
This is what I consider that to be, but like without like the cheesy corporate branding, because the girls get it done in this track. It's End of You featuring Amy Lee from Evanescence, Courtney LaPlante of Spirit Box, and Poppy of Poppy on one of the craziest featuring tracks that I have ever listened to in my life.
Okay. The girls do get it done. Oh! Shit!
Yeah, this is like metalcore's Infinity War. This is like the greatest crossover event of all time. Each singer feels just so distinct from one another. Like, Amy Lee has these powerful, melodic vocals. Poppy is like kind of like in the middle of the two, like aggressive, but also like very composed, very melodic. And then Courtney at the fucking breakdown at the end, they do this cool thing where like they fade one girl's scream into another's at like the final breakdown of the song. It's so fucking sick. Jordan Fish is on the production, who, if you don't know Jordan Fish, he is formerly of Bring Me the Horizon. Knockout job from him. Unsurprisingly, this is, holy shit, I have been loving the song so much.
I really like the way that they're, like, I don't even know these people, but the way that they all sound together has been fantastic, and so I'm excited to branch off and find them after this. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, Cam's been sort of helping me ease into Spirit Box, and they're pretty intense, but dude. Courtney LaPlante has got such just like a powerful voice, and she kind of does it both. Like, she does those very like silky, clean vocals, but also those aggressive screams that like just, holy shit. And her stage presence too, if you ever see a video of Spirit Box, it's just like so fucking powerful.
Another thing that I really like that makes when I feel powerful for music is when I feel hopeful for music. And actually, one of my favorite songs of hope, even though it's like a sad song in lyric, but uplifting in spirit, even though the subject is sad, is this song.
That's solid. That's solid.
So Illenium is like one of the steps that I'll bring you to for the electronic world.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
name. We love Illenium.
Yes, we do.
Illenium's amazing. And I know this guy knows this because we have a few Illenium songs that we've like been like, oh shit.
Oh shit, oh shit.
This with John Bellion, who has one of the most unique voices I've ever heard. This is the only song I really know him from. And one other one, which was like his big TikTok pop-off, which I don't remember what it was.
I think it's called All Time Low because
I think so.
I'm at an all
I think so.
Low, 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 low.
Yeah.
Because anytime I search for All Time Low, that song comes up before the band.
This song, like, even though it's like, oh man, like all this has gone to shit, but you know what? It's okay. Sometimes good things fall apart, and it happens. That'd be. It's a beautiful message, and I love that in my writing and my songs.
I think the first thing I really noticed from that song, I mean, the writing is incredible. It's just very, I struggled to even find the words for it.
Yeah.
But the use of like dynamics and like soft and loud and like is very good because you're in that first verse and it kind of like swells up like it's building to something, and then when you get to that pre-chorus, it pulls away.
Yes.
Very suddenly, and it builds up again, and then boom, big release of pressure. I think a lot of artists really fail to do that, like using their dynamics creatively like that.
The double bait is great. Like you cannot beat a good double bait, which is amazing because you don't get many double baits.
No, you do not. Yeah. No, that was fire. That was so good.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
A big topic of discussion is that Warped Tour recently came back. Warped Tour, if you are unfamiliar, was a big tour that I think started in like the 80s and the 90s. A lot of big bands got their rise on that tour. Like Blink got their rise.
Oh,
Green
really?
Day got popular there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Whole bunch of bands.
Okay.
It ended in, I think, 2018. Came back this year, and they live streamed it on Twitch and Amazon Music. One of the bands that my friend Levy and I were watching was a band called Cartel, which I had completely forgot about until I heard this song, which is called Honestly.
This feels like it should be like a car ride music, which is like super chill. But actually, it's a lot funkier if you think about it.
Yeah. So that was sort of a blast from the past because I had listened to a bit of Cartel more recently than when I was a kid. But I didn't realize this song is a song that my mom liked when we were kids. So I recognized, I was like, shit, this sounds familiar. And I talked to my mom about it. She's like, yeah, I remember that song in that band.
Did you show her? And she was like,
did,
oh,
yeah.
cool. How did
We
she
talked
react?
about it,
How did she
yes.
react?
Well, she explained to me how she found it.
Yeah.
This song came out in 2005. And, you know, Harry Potter movies were coming out at that time. And Daniel Radcliffe had an online blog. And part of the things that he would post was the music that he was listening to. And this was one of the songs that he was listening to, and my mom added it to her playlist, like burned it onto a CD.
That's so like old school.
Yeah.
He made a playlist that he just released, like for the people.
Yeah,
That's
it's crazy, yeah.
People probably really liked that kind of stuff back then.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
But so this version of the song, this album Chroma turned 20 this year, and they did a re-record of the entire album to celebrate it.
Okay.
So this is the remaster, and that's why I was kind of talking about the vocals in the listening portion.
Yeah.
Will Pugh, the lead singer, his vocals have come such a long way since since 2005.
Like noticeably improved?
Yeah,
like...
I think it.
Okay.
It sounds a lot better.
Okay.
No, the entirety of that anniversary album is just so solid. The production's great. They kind of like creatively transition from song to song now. God, it's so good. So yeah, Cartel, Chroma, check out the whole album. Honestly, great song.
I really liked it because again,
Yes, Chef. Thanks, Chef.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the part where like I thought I could just relax to it, and I was like, okay. We just had two like hella bangers, right? Not every song has to be like that sort of emotional depth, and like you can have chill songs that are just like easy to play in the background. You can have snake jazz from Rick and Morty, like that's fine. It's whatever you're jiving to. But I really liked this song had way more layers as soon as we hit like the second or fourth verse. It sort of branched off into more noodles of like, hey, there's extra texture here. And I was like, ooh. So for me, if we're talking singles, and I say I'm so diverse, I'm so awesome, I really have to stumble a bit into the Asian world of music. And it'd be really cool if I knew the name of this song, but like it's a whole bunch of like Japanese or whatever. But I'm pretty sure it's named after, unless I'm wrong somehow, the song is named after what the album cover is, with like extra Japanese context that I don't know if that changes anything. I refuse to look it up, and if a YouTube comment informs me, that'd be great. But it's the first song on It's Raining After All by 2U. And I really like 2U because they sound like this. So the whole thing is like that. And it's great. And then there's like solos. Okay, there's nothing like Japanese music that will blend so many different genres together and make
Right.
it funky. Holy shit.
That's nasty. I love it. Oh my god.
Dude, you like, hear me out, bro. We could get you into some Japanese music. A lot of it fucks.
It feels like a huge emphasis on musicianship. I almost got reminded of Polyphia, like listening to some of that, like with the kind of very like advanced guitar techniques.
Yeah.
Like I hear a lot of them on that.
Polyphia. They did the ABC song. Do you remember that? Like they counted and everything.
Yeah.
Like they're already that group. They're already like that. So good pull. Good pull.
Yeah, that was what I noticed. It's just like
Polyphia.
it sounded like a very technical song.
Yes.
So
yes.
I admire that aspect about it.
Yeah. Woohoo! I see who that is. I
Yes,
see that
sir.
man.
We are gonna dip into a little bit of Connor Price.
Whatever.
I was trying to hit the pause
Oh my
button.
god! You ruined everything.
I'm sorry, Dad. Immediate thoughts about that song. Happy Go Lucky immediately puts me into a good mood whenever I need to listen to it. It's such a great beat from him too. Like, I think the piano and the drums really play off each other super nicely. And after a string of Connor Price releases that I haven't really been so fond of, this one it just felt like a breath of fresh air. This is one of the singles off of his debut album, which comes out next week from the day that we're recording this video. Very excited for that.
I love that for you, because like, especially after some of the ones you're unhappy with, a nice one comes out that you're like, I don't know what the other not nice ones are, but like, let's just say they were like pride, or they were, you know, other themes that you didn't like. But this one that's worship of family and like good times being the hit is really nice. Because somewhere that just validates the fact that like, the literal feeling of thankfulness is going to help you be more approachable to people, to like have better music, to have better quality of life, is a nice message. It's really nice. A very positive proposal. So I like that. So for me, something else I really appreciate from like really nice things that make me feel really nice is the ones that are of hope. I really enjoy hope. And I can actually sing this song. And it's just a nice chill little beat that like, after a lot of my songs that are high energy, this very nice comfort, this nice little message. It's kind of like a love song, right? Or it could just be like, hey, life is a good song. I appreciate a song that has a lot of open meanings and open interpretation.
I agree with you there. I think that's what's so fun about music is that you can interpret anything in any way to an extent.
Yeah.
I'll also say, tone-wise, this is such a weird thing.
No,
but
please. I love weird.
The song perfectly embodies this album cover that they went with. And
yeah,
I love it. I love it when bands and artists are able to really encapsulate that. Like,
put that on the screen. Let them know.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It feels just like so spacey and atmospheric.
Yeah.
Like, especially those ring like.
And there's probably some cool lore as to why like there are 3 little dotties there with like the colors on the side that you could like find out later. And it looks good. It just looks really good.
That was a very cool track. Yeah.
That whole album only has 3, or EP has 3 songs, all bangers. But like this one is like the hope one that I really like. Because Make a Move is more about that romance, and it's like, it's a good time. But yeah.
I do like my good hopeful songs.
Yeah, good hopeful songs.
I like the tone.
Yeah.
Streets have been saying that there wasn't a song of the summer this year. But I know that's a lie because Daisy Grenade put out a song called Don't Sweat It, and I have been loving this song. Yeah, I've been following them for a little over a year now. I saw them perform at Sad Summerfest in 2024. They've got great energy, great duo, and they often kind of get lumped into that. If you need to pass by, you're all good. We're shooting this way. Chicken jockey. No, they've got some great energy, and they often kind of get lumped into that sort of pop punk moniker. I think that's unfair. I think they're pretty far from that, and they've been pretty loud and proud about that, and I think Don't Sweat It is such a good example of that. It's so carefree, and it's a good, like, damn, shit's getting tough, don't sweat it. That's like what the song means to me.
I'm glad we're going with that vibe with the whole thematic of like, hey, it's good. It's good. It's a good time. Carly Rae Jepsen. And then also like the vibe that she's giving, like the Sabrina Carpenter and the Maisie Peters, and then also, I can't think of another pop artist, but very like fairy, very girly pop vibes, which I really appreciate, while still being very classically rock in the background, while like she has that voice. True. It's very nice. And I'm really glad that a lot of people like Sabrina Carpenter now. Espresso is a song, good song, not her best work. It's really not her best work. One of my favorite songs by her that I always quote as being better is Feather. Fantastic song. Very pop jivey. I love the way she sounds. Like, it feels like just a good time and a bop. The way the energy is perpetuated throughout the whole song while also being like, hey, I'm better for not having you, is like, again, great message.
First off, I think it's really funny that you bring this up now because Daisy
Yeah.
Grenade did a cover of Taste.
Really?
Yeah. I think Sabrina really thrives with kind of like cheeky songwriting like that. where
Yes.
It's like,
yes.
not necessarily like snarky, but I like a little kind of sarcastic and whimsical.
Yes.
And Feather is definitely a good example of that, especially like you've seen the music video for it where like she just basically
actually.
she just kills a bunch of men. That's awesome.
Sick. Okay, nice.
It's so fucking
Yeah,
good.
fuck man, yeah.
But yeah, no, Feather is not one that I've gone back to all that frequently, but it has like very good pacing. It's got a great flow to it. Her voice is not my favorite, but it is definitely still like pretty silky smooth.
It's a very defined thing that is not necessarily your taste, but like it's a good voice. It's strong.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
she's great. Yeah, that song, Feather's a good one.
Oh no, does this mean I don't get to exist anymore?
Time to. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you want to send Juice some food while he's in the hole, consider picking up some merch. It's sort of new. It's here now though. You can order it whenever you want at your heart's fancy. Also, Juice's socials are gonna be in the description. So please give a follow, hop into a live stream, watch him dominate at Overwatch.
That never happens on my channel.
And of course, thank you very much for watching. We will see you at some point in the future. Chicken jockey.
Remember that thing I said about being important and remembering things?
Editor, cut that out.
This is not gonna go fast. How long did you think this video was gonna be?
Usually I record them in about half an hour.
It's been like 20 minutes.
All right.
Boop diddy whoop. Scoop diddy boop diddy whoop.
Poop, poop. So I'll start. We're
That's
gonna.
my homework. I get bitch. No, sorry. I'm sorry.
Your
Let's keep
homework.
going.
That's your homework.